Derrick, you guys played in the AFC Championship game last year, and you got off to a 5-0 start before you finally lost the game to Pittsburgh. How much better do you think this team is this season, and how much does that playoff experience last year help you guys?
Well, I think we appreciate last year and leaving that in the past. I think we you know start out gotten off to a great start playing with us as a team, and fortunately we came up short this past week to Pittsburgh. But it's a lot of things that we can improve on and get better at, and we did some good things in that game. That we want to continue to build off of, and just keep getting better week after week as a team.
When people talk about some of the best teams in the league, Derrick, sometimes the Titans get overlooked. You hear Chiefs, you hear Steelers, you hear Ravens, Seahawks, Packers. Sometimes Tennessee gets overlooked. Do you guys ever do you ever feel a lack of respect? Do you even care about things like that?
No, we don't really try to pay attention to all those things. We just take the underdog approach and just keep working and keep getting better as a team. And and that's the only thing that we're really worried about. Control what we can't control as a team.
When you get ready to face a team like Cincinnati that's bottom five against the run, does it get your juices flowing at all, or do you approach this just like you would any other game, any other opponent, whether they're good against the run, whether they're not, they don't excel against the run, no matter what it is? What is your mindset like?
You just said it perfect right there. That's exactly my approach to it. I don't really get into all the stats and where they're ranked and stuff like that. It's another opportunity, another challenge. Um, Anybody in this league can be beat. It's a tough league, and you know, just another challenge to go against defense. And, looking forward to it.
You play for Nick Saban at Alabama. Mike Vrabel's got a different style. What is he like? What's his best asset? And you don't. I mean, I've seen a lot of coaches. You don't see a lot of guys who are going to jump in that running back drill and try and knock the ball away from you, working on a stiff arm like Mike does. What do you like about playing for him?
Because he's played in the league, so he knows what it's like. He's been in this game a long time, so he knows the ins and out. He studies the game a lot. Um, Always make sure we're well prepared. He's hands on, like you said, getting in the drills, and he's a player's coach, and it's a it's a fun coach to play for.
Because he played in the league, do you think sometimes he doesn't get, you know, he's a really smart dude. You go back to that playoff game against New England last year, outsmarted Bill Belichick. A lot of people will tell you. Do you think because he's a former player, he may not get that attention or that recognition as a really smart X's and O's type of guy?
I don't think coach really, is worried about that or pay attention to things like that. I think eventually, if you keep doing your job at a high level and making sure that your team's well prepared, that eventually all those things will come. I think he's just focused on what we do as a team, how we improve, how we go out there and play, each and every week. And I think that's been his main focus since he's been here.
Derek, who were some of the running backs that you grew up watching, enjoyed watching, tried maybe to emulate? Was there anybody that you looked at and said, "Man, that's my guy"?
Not really try to emulate, but guys, I love watching when I was a kid, and getting it to being able to get a chance to play football and playing a running back position. I can go on and on. The old schools: Eric Dickinson, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, um, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. I was a big LT fan. Eddie George, Wilkie Williams, Freeze Holmes, Arian James, Fred Taylor, Sean Alexander, Larry Johnson, um, Earl Campbell, Eric Dickerson. If I haven't said his name already. Just all great backs that you can think of. Even Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch. Before I got leave, I was a big fan of those guys.
You ain't leaving nobody out.
Nobody out. I just love the position. I love watching guys be great.
You mentioned some names in there, guys from my childhood that is way before yours, guys like Eric Dickerson, guys like Emmitt Smith, Earl Campbell. Even I was a little kid. I don't remember watching him too much. How like did you watch tape? Did you watch film? And what did you see on some of those really older guys?
So what's so funny is when I was a kid, and I don't really had much to do, was always watch NFL Network when they had those old NFL films come up, and it's always had like the 1980s great backs, or just like this all the old school backs of back in the day. And I was always watch clips of when they show games of when they played, or even show highlights, even Gail Sayers, just all the old school dudes to leading up to to now. Just always watched it and always was in awe anytime I got to watch any of those guys that I named.
I mean, obviously you're a punishing runner. If you're a defender, you don't want to get in Derek's way. How much do you enjoy delivering a hit before getting one?
Our position, you have to be physical, because we get hit so much, and you definitely want to deliver the ball to the defender before they deliver the ball to you. And all those guys on defense definitely try to rally and tackle you and get to the ball. So you definitely want to get on the defender to be physical and get north and south, as quickly as possible when you get that seam.
Well, that style of running obviously makes you very popular. And Old Spice's new commercial, it's got you stiff arming guys, it's got you carrying the defenders and all that stuff. How much did you have any input in that commercial? Do they say, hey, what do you think of this? Do you want to? Because I'm looking at it going, man, look at he's carrying guys outside and going all that stuff. And what did you think of it?
Man, I was just excited and happy to be a part of it. They've had many NFL stars that star in their commercials, and I'm just excited to be a part of the Old Spice Unstoppable Sweat Defense campaign, starring in the new commercial that's on YouTube right now. We use Old Spice here in the Titans locker room each and every day, and Old Spice product is all over the NFL locker rooms and stadiums. Old Spice Sweat Defense, it gives you the confidence to take on anything that comes your way on and off the field, and just blessed to be a part of the commercial and this campaign.
What's it mean to you? I mean, you hear some of the names, Old Spice guys, Brian Urlacher, Hall of Famer, Ray Lewis, Hall of Famer, names like that. And of course, Wes Welker, Von Miller. And here you are, you're next in line. What's that mean to you?
Just very cool. I've been watching the commercials since I was a kid and using Old Spice since I was a kid because of those commercials, and I love football and love the superstar that they use in their commercials. So it's like a dream come true to be able to actually have our own commercial, be a commercial team of Old Spice. So it's definitely a surreal experience.
Derek, your journey to the NFL, winning the Heisman Trophy, getting drafted in the second round, had to wait a little bit behind DeMarco Murray a couple of years, and now here you are, the big-time guy, featured guy, getting these commercial endorsements and getting a big contract. To go from Heisman Trophy, waiting, was there anything that you had to learn, patience or anything along the way, and what helped you? Because it's got to be somewhat difficult sometimes to be the guy, then wait your turn, and then finally get that opportunity and then make the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all God's timing. Things happen for a reason. Especially in this game, and if you're a competitor, you definitely want to play right away, have an impact right away. But that was a situation for me right then and there when I came in the league. A lot of guys that helped me, I called and asked for advice. Who's been in the league, that league, played in this league a long time at a high level, and the coaches as well, college coaches. So just being patient, um, uh, waiting until my opportunity came and taking advantage of it when it got here.
You said something there, and I wanted to mention before you go because I host a show called Faith on the Field, and I talk to a lot of fellow believers in sports. And I don't care what you do on the field. The thing I appreciate most about you, man, is the cross that you put right there underneath on your face. Tell me about that, what that means to you, man, because kids see that. A lot of people see it, and it leaves an impact without you even having to say a word. So what goes into that, and what does your faith mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I pray all the time. Always thankful for all my blessing, that God has given to me and my family. my grandmother always told me, always keep God first, always thanking for everything going in your life, good or bad. And I always thought, was like, what can I do to to show off, um, basically to show off God? What can I do to, more than just, a celebration or, things like that. So I just thought maybe I could put the cross in my face. It's like he's out there with me, playing and doing the things that I'm doing.
What kind of brotherhood do you guys have on the team? Obviously, it's different this year than normal years. Is there a good like fellowship, a good bond where guys maybe get together for? I know a lot of teams, and I'm in Philly, so the Eagles do this where they do Bible study and they go to chapel and stuff like that. Do you guys do? Is there a nice little brotherhood there in
Yeah,
Tennessee?
we have chapel here, um, on Sundays and days that we're off. Throughout the season, we have good chapel here, and even before the game, we all get together and pray as teammates. And Brett currently leads the prayer. We all hands and go through prayer right before the game.